Well, I'm here to talk about what separates a home care agency from another. So what really stands out when you're looking for one? And I'm not just saying this from an assured in-home care standpoint, but for anyone out there looking for a caregiving company, obviously it's the legal part, the work comp, the taxes, and all the various insurances that we need, especially liability insurance. So that's a given, especially in the state of California. However, there is something else that I really believe makes one agency stand out from another, and that's the person answering the phone on the other side. So that's my Gabby, and she answers the phone, or my Lupe, and you're getting a live person. And when you have an assessment, you're getting a cell phone number, a person you can call and reach out to and say, oh my gosh, this isn't working out, or I don't understand. What are the job duties again, and how do we frame this? How do we make sure I'm really getting my money's worth, and how do I make sure that this caregiver actually is doing their job duties? That kind of follow-up is necessary in home care, because there isn't a manager and another manager in the home. There's the caregiver usually, and sometimes the family, sometimes not, and then the client. And the relationship between the two is critical. And the follow-up and the honesty and integrity is critical. So I think that really separates agency after agency. A smaller agency, or one that at least is more hands-on, is going to be better for your loved one and you. What else? I would say longevity is so critical. And how long have these caregivers been here? And I'll be interviewing Gabby in a few minutes on her favorite caregivers and why have they stayed 7, 10, 12, 14 years. But there is obviously a great relationship, and they feel supported. And it's a trust. The caregiver has to feel that trust from the agency that they have their back. They're going to explain things when things go wrong, or they're going to support them, or they're going to be really honest and tell them how they can improve. That type of communication is critical for any loved one. And you may have a caregiver that shows up 15 minutes late a day. However, that caregiver makes up for it in 10 other ways. Now, we don't want caregivers to show up late ever, because it's just not great, but there are pros and cons of so many different attitudes. And when you have someone who's a staffing manager or an agency that really knows their caregivers, they can say, I am so sorry, and that's terrible, we're gonna work on it. However, did you like that she also mopped your floor, made your meal well, helped you in the shower? There's so many other positives we have to look at, and that honesty is really critical. So I think honesty, integrity, relationship building, all those things are really important when you're looking for an agency. Longevity too. Thank you for tuning in.